Wait. Yes, I am live.
Just like sheet music.
Um,
Thing isn't can you read music?
that should be about
Can you hear
right.
music?
That must sound. You guys cannot hear it, but I can. Let me make it right. Uh-huh. First, I'll fix it for myself, and then for you guys. Hmm. That much seems right. And yep, now I'll just begin working up my stuff. And yes, yesterday things were not working out, but now they are working out. I changed using RecV. I'm now using read instead of RecV here, but I want to see one thing. I'm getting a response. Yep, I am getting a response, but a few things. Am I getting a response with RecV? Okay, it is strange using RecV. I don't know what the heck is wrong with RecV. There's something like pretty wrong with RecV. But when I'm using read, then it is working fine. Also, server shit address already in use. It should end. Yep. Now I will see the whole response and wait, there is no response. Okay. Okay, and the thing is now I have to create a parser. Let's say I write something here. Okay, and then I send a request. I see this, and at the end, I see content length. So, what I have to do is read this whole string starting from about here, starting from the get, and this whole thing. And at the end, I will see this phrase which says content length, and then the length of the content, and that is for how many characters I have to listen to. That is the format that HTTP works in. So I have to create a parser. And when I have read 17 characters, I will stop. That is how it works. And I guess it will work with RecV also. How do I? RecV 0 client server dot slash server. Ah, it is already in use and not anymore. So I should see the same thing, I suppose, here. Yep, 17 and then yep. So what I have to do now is just that is why I was getting stuck because I continued to read. After reading content length, I have to stop reading it. And why is this the case? Because that is just how HTTP works. That is the protocol. HTTP protocol. It depends on the and since I'm making a HTTP server, so I have to adhere to the protocol. When I'm making maybe my own server, I can use my own protocol, which would be crazy. So what do I have to do? I okay. Let me server. Wait. First, let me stop all these print statements. I only want to get the data. Printf and request. Below this is the request client FT, and I'll just stop all of these other things. Right. That is not something that I should do. Yep, Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is amazing server. Yep, now it is listening, and this is what I get. So this thing is what I get, and let me change it up a bit. Let me just use way 2 3 C D E. I should see 5 in content length. Yep, I see 5. So my goal now is to create a parser which would parse something like this. And is it necessary to create a parser? Well, I am a computer scientist, so I should know how to create a parser. I have to create a parser which would parse something like this. How can I do that? Okay, I know that after every new line character, a new key value pair starts after every new line character. So I just have to go through all the new line characters and see if there is something which says CONTENT. At least that one's content, right? That is not being used anywhere else. So CONTENT. How would I do that? I would take a response, store it into the buffer. Wait, I will do that after memcopy, because after memcopy in data, the data that is stored in in the data variable in the data memory which is in the heap stores hold the whole request that came in, and every time I would start looking up from the start. Um, is that what I want? Okay, when I know that I have gotten content length, I should create a function that will take data and tell me, is this it? Is this all the data that I need? Yep, and it will return true or false. So let's define true and false. Define true as 1 and define false as 0. And here, um, it will return an char, doesn't matter, is complete request, and it will take a char pointer called request and does its thing, and then just return false. Yep, semicolon, of course, prime suspect, and also the length. Int length for int I equals 0, I less than um length. Yeah, spelling is wrong. length th length. And now after getting the length, I want to pass through it, and right. So yep, if request I equals a new line, then I want to see after new line, does it say content length? And for that, I will be checking how many characters, 337 characters. So I need to know if I plus 7, that because that is how many characters I want to check. If I plus 7 less than length, then I will check. Yes, I will have to write it manually. Or I can do stir compare. Yep, I can be a little smart. And shit, my screen is stuck, which is fucked up. Very professional, of course. This is very professional. Screen getting stuck with no apparent reason. Of course, it is professional. That is how the world works. Things getting stuck with no reason. Hmm. After this, yes, stir compare. How do how does the stir compare work? Man stirs come. It is there. It takes in stir compare. It takes in two strings, and this is amazing. The man page, I can just look stuff up. The stir compare and stern compare. N. Okay. Functions lexicographically. That is starting from left to right. Compare all the null terminated strings. The stern compare function compares not more than n characters, because that is cool. That is just how much I wanted to compare. Stern compare. I will be using stern compare because stern compare is designed for comparing strings rather than binary data. Characters that appear after this character are not compared. Return values. Stern compare and stern compare functions return an integer greater than or equal to or less than 0. Okay, it returns an integer according as the string 1 is greater than, equal to, or less than. Okay, that makes sense. Now, what do I want? Stern compare. Um, First is address of request I plus 1. Yes, that is that. And second is content length, and this, and numbers. How many characters are there in content length? 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1, 10, and 14, 15. 15. Um, 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 is and is content. Now, if is what the heck? If is content equals 0, after comparing the strings, if is content equal 0, then I know that after it, wait, shit, since this is 15, okay, I should make this a variable like int content compare length equals 15. That is fine. Content compare length, right? And if is content equal 0, that is, if I got a match, then I will do I plus equals content compare length, so that I at this point points to the colon, and then I will do I plus plus. Now I points at the white space. Well, I don't have to be stupid and do it in two characters. This plus I want I to point to an integer, to the integer that will come. So plus 2. Now I points to the integer I want to convert this integer, and it is not null terminated, right? But I know that the main content will start after a new line character. Therefore, let's say a point char pointer int base equals an address of request I, and now I want to replace that new line character with a null character so that I can send this to a ASCII to integer function and get the integer. So for no, not for uh, while 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 true, while true, what I want to do, I want to do while request I is not equal to new line, right? And yeah, that is it. While request I is not equal to new line, when it does become equal to new line, I will make it equal to null character, and after that I will do int content length equals int content length equals ASCII to integer for int base. I got the content length. Now let's just do that much. Printf content length, which is %df new line, and content length, and that is cool. Okay, now for the other cases. Yep, this goes through all the string. If it is a new line, then do this, right? And if it is not a new line, then just don't do anything, you piece of shit. And check this if there are characters in enough characters so that I can compare. And then yes, I do compare the string. If they match, then do this. If they don't, then the for loop will just start again. And if they do not match, I would like to start the for loop from there where it left last. If content is 0, then return true. Wait, no. Well, it is just for testing, so that much is fine. And here, not here, but here, yeah. After mem copy, I want to do this complete. The first is data, the second is total size, and this. Let's see, line server dot flat server, and error. Okay, after mem copy, I did mem copy, but it did not print anything, so the parser didn't work. parser didn't work. Why? contentlength. contentlength. Okay, this is, let me do printf got a match, and when am I calling this function after mem copy? So I should see it before there. After calling this, I will just print a bunch of new line characters, which just means 2 new line characters. Start the server. Yep, and yeah, I just printed 2 new line characters. I'm calling this after mem copy, so I should content type application JSON. Right. Cache, no cache. Postman token post. Except encoding. Except encoding. So it is suggesting encoding. I didn't see. Got a match. Server.c. What does it return? Printf. Print this, not literally this, but print a digit. This is this. Yep. Line and start the server. Go back there. 0, which means false. I got false. I got false. This thing returned false. Why? If request I equals new line, then if I plus the compared length is less than the total length, oh, yep, that is stupid. Yes, I have to do this after this. Client server./server, and now send the request, and I should see something. Got a match, and it is not returning. Parser is not returning. Let's see. The parser is not returning. Got a match, and while this is not equal to new line. Okay. While okay. How much further do I have to? While this is not equal to new line, and shit, I'm actually stupid. This will never be equal to new line. I will keep doing I plus plus. Right. Client server dot slash server, and yo, content length 5. Yeah, the parser is working, and here I changed new line with null. I see 2 new lines there, which is crazy. Okay, I see 2 new lines there. Okay, and now I can start my work since I know that the parser works, this at least I'm getting content length. I can start working further after getting the content length. And I know that there is one another um that there is another that new line character. So I will do I plus plus to skip that. Now I point to the exact character that I am. Yeah, now I am with I points to the base of whatever I got. I points to I as the index for A. And since content length, let's say I is 0. Just say, let's say I is 0 and 0 points to A. And I got content length equals to 5. And I know that the total length of the string is, let's say, 5. So if I were to add content length to I will get the total length. I will get the total length. Yeah. So I can just check if I plus content length equals to length, then return true. Else here I will just return false. Else return false. And here I can just remove all of this. And here if is complete a request for data and total size, this if this equals true, then return data, or I can just do break. Now this, my friend, should work. Content length got a match. Or did it return? It didn't return anything. Why am I opening the binary? Yep, shit. Let's say int is complete, and here I will do is no, not this, is complete equals this, opening bracket, and here a closing bracket. If this is true, or if this is anything, printf percentage comma is complete. I guess it will print 0 because it is not exiting, so it will print 0, or it will not print anything. Is it stuck in content length? I did. Wait, I printed content length server.c content length. Yes, I did that. And if I plus content length equal length, then do this, else do this. Right. It didn't print this. Is complete request for data and sizes, total size, and right. After getting this, Clang server slash server. Yes, I'm not explaining stuff. I'm just doing things on a whim. I'm getting content link, but seems like content is not returning. Mhm. So content link, it got printed, and yeah, I then check this. I do I plus plus and check this condition. Yes, I then check this condition, and it should print. It should return true or false something. Let's do printf content link return start this server content length return. Okay, and what is content length, you ask? Content length did it return, and after that I see this. Let's do length is this thing, and then a new line. Server, go there. It is already in use, my bad. Right now it is listening. Now send it. Content, it returned 0, which is bad. Which is bad. So I plus length equals 0. Okay, let me now print I, I, right, and then I and %d, I and content length %d, and then length, which is %d, new line, comma, I, comma, content length, comma, length. Let's see, start the server and send a request again, and yes, I see that I is 284, content length is 5, and length is 291, therefore it returned 0. Okay, so there is some mistake somewhere. Server.c, why is I pointing to something strange? After doing I++, it should point to the base of the character, that is, it should be pointing to A. If I do printf a bunch of character, right, and this is stupid, but it just works. Request or yes, yes, it is stupid. For int j equals 0, j less than content length j plus plus, and then put not c, that is stupid. Put char request j, right, and then this put char and servers and the request from there, and I got get. Wait, no, 284. Why is it giving me get? It should be pointing. This does not make sense. Why is it giving me get? get comes in the start, right? In a HTTP request, yep, this get comes in the start. Why am I getting it after content length? And I did got content length after this. Wait, yep, if request I equals new line, right? That makes sense. And this is literally 284. It should not make sense. And yes, and then I compare them, and if they are compared exactly, I got a match. And then I content content compare length plus 2, yes, to get to the base of the number. And then I get the content length, then I print the content length. I increase I so that I point to something, to the new line character after the content length. This does not make sense. Why did I got? Oh shit! Yes, yes, yes. Because I am stupid. I plus J. I thought, wait, what is happening? Yep. Now it will print starting from J. Yep. A, B, C, and a new line character. A few new line characters. A few. Yeah. And yes, it printed one new line character. So one new line character. So 284 points to a new line character. I should increase that again. Plus equals 2. That should do it. Go to server, send the request again, and ABCD. That is still not okay. That is still not okay. Not good enough. After getting the content length, yes, I am printing characters. Let's make this 3 less than content length. Yes, content length is 5. It became 184. I guess now it might work. Now it did work. It did work now. A request is messed up. Server.c. Yes, I should not be doing this. After doing this and after getting content length, I should do a request I back to a new line. And why did I have to do this after content? Because let me see the HTTP format, our protocol. I lost Oppenheimer, the most important man who ever lived. Let me also check my stream. Yeah. It's going fine. Shit, 50 cent people watched this boot.dev stream. That is cool. Okay. In HTTP format, how many new line characters or other characters appear after specific find the content length. Let's see, in HTTP format, after receiving the content length header, the sequence of characters that appear before the body is as follows. Carriage return R, line feed, each HTTP line ends with R new an empty line RN. This marks the end of the header and the start of the body. End of the header and start of the body. So therefore four things. Okay, and that is why I had to do plus 3 since I was already at 1n, one new line. If I'm at a new line, then content type, content length. Wait, why is content type below? Okay, what is the last header? Is there no fixed last header? Okay, so there is no fixed last header. The last header. Okay. So there is no fixed last header. Something called last header. All right. So after getting content length like that and printing it, I have to go to the last header. How do I find out the last header? Right, last header comes. So let me return and delete all of this and last header. I have to now find the last header. Okay, for right, for yeah, for something I less than length I plus plus last header. I will compare a few things. I will be in, yes, yeah, I will have to increase I by one thing and let's see if I is less than length and I equals a new line, then check this strn compare given the address for a request I and the string that I want to check, which is rn and it has 4 characters. If this is true, if this equals 0, that is they match, then I know that after this comes the content. After this comes the content, right? After this comes the content, and now I have to see the content. Yep. Then therefore, if I plus content length equals to total length, then return true, else return false. Spelling error everywhere. Return and of course this. Client start the server. Go back there. Okay, it is not working and content length returned. Okay, there was some problem. Diagnose. Right. After returning content length, I will never be equal to this. It is just request type can sometimes be equal to this. Client server and this it is already in use. Now it is not. I got length 0. Messed up again, right? And here is complete. And then I check if request I is equal to 0, which it is equal to 0. And yes, okay, content length, I will not declare it here, I will declare it here. Content length, right? Content, wait, no, content length will only come here. Yes, I will only check for body after I know content length. So this works fine. After this, I am checking, comparing 4 characters. After that, printf, I print the content length and I check this, which is bound to be true, and I should be less than length. That is why I'm getting a request I as something, and then I'm checking this stir compare for I, and okay, this will not match since 1 2 3, yes, this will not match, right? Right, this will not match, so I have to remove this and make this 3. Client server dot slash server, it is listening. Now does it work? It doesn't. Content length return. Okay, I want to see what I is like after doing this. Printf digit, yep, printf a couple of digits. Yep, that is stupid. For int j equals 0, j less than content length plus 3 or something, and j plus plus put char nope, I want number representation though. So printf %d, yes, I wanted to print every character as its number representation, and then at the end put char 10, which just means new line. Dot slash server, run the server, and 1010101010101010, which is crazy. 10 just means wait, yes, request. Yep, yeah. I actually am stupid. Client server dot slash server, and it is already in use. It will stop being in use. Else of server. Yep, it is listening now. Right, 10 and then 13, which I guess means R, and then a 10, which means new line, and then 97, which is 8. Okay, server.c. So why is it not printing true for this thing? Is this thing equals 0? Yes, and I does point to a new line character. new line character R and then new line, and I am comparing 3. Is this become equals 0? Right. Oh, I guess it is coming into this, but then some problem is happening inside %d and content length %d and then length, which is also %d new line comma I content length comma length. What? Clang and then start the server is listening. Then I'll do this and content length I is 283. I is 283. For it to match, I has to first of all increase by 3. Yes, it has to increase by 3. Yes, of course, it has to increase by 3. After getting content length, I do this. And as I keep increasing I, and then I compare I. I compare I. If it does compare, then I plus equals 3, or does this plus 3. Now, if I do this, I should get a response. If I do this, I should here get a fucking hell. So now the HTTP server is running. Fine. Finally, I can read as much data as I want. I can send in as much data as I want. And on the server side, what am I doing on the server side? After getting dynamic data, I say data got, and only printing 10, which is not that good. I also want to know the length of the data. Okay, so dynamic data should also return length. Okay, for that I would need a structure to store it. Let me define a structure then. Type def struct char pointer data comma int length, not comma, this, and it is called request. Sounds better than data. Request, and I will change it below. Also here, instead of doing this, that is fine, that is fine. Instead of here returning data, I will return a new request interface, which will be called rec equals initialize, where data is the first argument and total size is the second argument, and then I will just return rec. I'll change everything request, and here also I will change this to request, and here also I will change this to request, and I will call this thing request, and this will become request dot request, and here it will become request dot length. and it shall print the whole request. Right, and returning null is not an option. Okay, and returning null is not an option. I will return then a request error. It will be called a null point. Ah shit, I have to give in a null point address of null. That should work. And then 0 and return error. Okay, the address of null is just null. Is null a complete type? Nope. It's a void pointer with value 0. Right, this should work, but after request, yes, this should work. Let's see. Not slash server is listening, and I will send the request, and I should see a bunch of stuff. Response successfully sent. I can read as much data as I want now. That is beautiful. After this, put jar 10 just for aesthetics. Shit. Yes, this that is enough. Right. So now, for one thing, my server can listen to a HTTP body response, and yeah. Now, what do I want it to do? This much is, well, by the way, good enough. It can listen to HTTP requests and can return something in HTTP format. Yes, now since it can listen to HTTP requests, I would like it to make it a little dynamic. Right. It says length is 16. When I am using 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Is that 16? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, and 8 plus 5, 13, 14, 15. It is 15. It should be 15 actually, to be honest. Does 15 work? Yep, 15 does work. It is 15. So that's the row.c. I want to write. I want to do something in which I can send a dynamic response, but this is in JSON. So, is there a way to work with JSON in C? Can I work with JSON in C? How to work? I can create my own parser, but yes, I can always create my own parser. JSON and C. CJSON file write and read and modify. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. CJSON is a library. Create a JSON object by CJSON pointer, and that will be called JSON. It can be created by CJSON. In a separate file. And C JSON.c do stdio and main the wallet and JSON or CJSON. Yep, CJSON. CJSON pointer to JSON equals. Okay, it is not in standard library. I will have to do it like that. Okay, it does not exist. Mhm. JavaScript core and JSON object ref dot h. What are the functions that it has? How can I see the functions that it has? Okay, I can like literally go to that file. Library developer command line tools SDK. Okay, so how do I use the CJSON library? By specifying it. Mhm. Using here is an example code snippet to write JSON data to a file. Output is this. Is this a standard? Now starts Interstellar. It's been 1 hour. Parsing JSON using C. How to parse it? Reddit. Okay. C JSON tutorial. Shit. That JSON isn't a mix to start with, so libraries on it are likely to be smaller and smaller than libraries. At least if there are a whole ton of C libraries, meet at json.org. Maybe one of them will work well for you. Okay, I want to know, and since most of the servers are written in C and servers work with HTTP requests, which mostly use JSON format. So, aren't there some standard JSON libraries to with work with in C? Let's see. Yes, there are several widely used JSON libraries in C, even though C does not have inbuilt JSON support. Like higher-level languages, since JSON is a common format for HTTP-based APIs, these libraries help CJSON. Okay, CJSON. GitHub. I can go to their GitHub and see. Okay, so CJSON is a thing. Yup, usage and welcome. Building welcome. Yep. CJSON aims to be the dumbest possible parser that you can get your job done with. It's a single file of C and a single header file. JSON is described best here. It's like XML but fat. You use it to move data around, store things, and or just generally represent your program's state. As a library, CJSON exists to take away as much legwork as it can, but not get in your way as a point of pragmatism. that is ignoring the truth. Ignoring the truth, I am going to say that you can use it in one or two modules, auto or manual. Let's have a quick run through. I lifted some JSON from this page, fatfree.html, and that page inspired me to write CJSON, which is a fat-free alternative to XML. Okay. Building. There are several ways to incorporate CJSON into your project. Copying the source, because the entire library is just one C file and one header file. You can just copy cjson.h and json.c to your project source and start using it. CJSON is written in ANSI C in order to support as many platforms and compilers as possible. CMake CJSON supports a full-blown build system. It is just a single file. Where is the file dot C? This is the whole file, the whole parser. The whole parser is this. Wait, what? Isn't that very small? No. That is large. I'm already at 2,000 lines of code. Yep, 3,000 lines of code. Huh. That was amazing. The header file itself is 300 lines of code. So yeah, it would be much better if I were to use an external library. Dave Gamble. Parsing JSON aspects. Okay, how do I do it? I can use make C. This will create a make file and a bunch of other file. I can copy the source code. Actually, since it is a single file, last commit was made 6 months ago. Readme make file and the last commit was yeah. Okay, now I will copy this git clone this thing and ls server.c what is 2 cd2 lsl 2 what the heck is 2 um cat 2 shit 2 what is 2 shit that is my file what I wrote. CJSON cdc json and I have to move mvc json yes everything CJSON to the last folder. rm recursive force c json ls and n. Okay, I can remove c json underscore everything ls. Yep, that works. And now s n2. Why is it like that? rm2 n server dot c wait and json dot c include stdio dot h. Okay, I am not getting any parsing because that is stupid. Yeah, remove and json dot c include stdio dot h and in main of course, and then also hash include cj cjson dot h. File not found with angled include use quotes. Include zero as you not used directly. I will be using it. Yeah. So what is the format? Usage. Yes. Building. Copying the source code. I did copy the source code. Let's see. Make all and stuff. Data structure. Okay. Data structure. See JSON presents JSON data using JSON is structured data. This is it. Next, previous, and child. All right. Next, previous and child. These are all CJSON and type. What is the type of the child? And integer and char pointer value string within two. Writing to value int is deprecated. Use JSON set number value instead. And double and a char pointer. It is string. An item of this type represents a JSON value. The type is stored in type mhm, as a bit flag. This means you cannot find out the type by just comparing the value of type. To check the type of an item, use the corresponding JSON is function. It does a null check followed by a type check and returns a boolean value. If the item is of this type, the type can be one of the following. Alright, and additionally there are following two flags. Is reference is a string constant. Working with data structure. For every value type there is a JSON create. Every value type there is a JSON create function that can be used to create an item of that type. To create an item of that type. Mhm. All of these will allocate a JSON structure that can later be deleted with JSON delete. Not that you have to delete them at some point, delete them at some point, otherwise you will get a memory leak. Okay, I will have to delete them at some point. Important, if you have added an item to an array or an object already, you mustn't delete it. With the JSON delete, adding it to an array or object transfers its ownership so that when the array or object is deleted, it gets deleted as well. You also could use JSON set value string to change a string's value, and you need not to free the previous value string manually. Basic types: null, true, false, boolean. Numbers are created with create number, value double, value int if the number is outside of the range of an integer. Int max and int min are used for value int. Strings are created with JSON. Create a string. What do I need? I just need strings. So let's do that. Mm. See JSON pointer JSON equals C JSON create object and JSON dot wait yep C and JSON add is add item to array, add item to object is add item to object. It takes in a JSON object, a constant string, and item pointer. Add a string to object. object. Right, I have created a JSON object. Let's see. Basic types arrays object. Yes, you can create an object, an empty object with this. Create empty object reference can be used to create an object that does not own its content. So its content doesn't get deleted by JSON delete. To add items to an object, use in JSON add item to object. Use add item to object CS to add an item to an object with a name that is a constant or reference key of the item. String in JSON in the JSON structure. C JSON add string can add string. Right, it takes in two things. First JSON, second is that is the key. So key is name and now the value. Run. Yep, and char pointer str JSON equals C in JSON print C JSON print takes in the item which is JSON and then printf %s and the new line and comma stir JSON and flag json.c2.json.flag error. Yes, flag json.c with c json. Wait, what? Where is the JSON file? C json dot yes, cjson.c flag json.c with c json.c and send the output to a thing called json./json. That is cool, and that is not actually cool. That is not cool. That is not cool. That is not how I want it to go. Nope, that is not how I want it to go. json.c and printf d, which is the length for that string. How can I find the string length? Sterling find this link for cjson.c. What in Sterling format is specified input the argument type unsigned long flag dot slash json 27 27 27 27 27 27 27 is not how much things I'm using. Let's say json.c and I change it to A and this to B flag json./json 13. That is absolutely not the length that I gave it. 13. I guess one for this and then 13 is not the amount of characters that I am sending. Let's do this for int I equals 0, I less than strlen str json I++, and in here I'll be doing printf %c. First I will print the character, and yes, after that 2 colon, and then its value str, then its value, right, and I str json I client dot slash json. Okay, and then also a new line characters, new line at the end dot slash json. Okay. First is this, okay, 1, then 2 is a new line. Okay, I'm sending one new line here, one new line here. Okay, how much of them are actually necessary? This one, this one, this one is necessary, and then this, yes, this is necessary, and then a tab. These 2 tabs are not necessary. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are not necessary, but that would, that is fine, that is fine, that is fine. Actually, include c json.h, and then quote c json.h. Yes, after, yes, body will be a json object now. Server here when sending response, I print request. Now printf sending response and new line, right, and for that c json pointer json or body equals c json and create object, right, and now I will add strings to that object. C json and string to object, object is body, add to the body a few strings, let's say this is a key, and the value will be, this is its value, and let's do that a couple of times, and then char pointer str json equals c json print body shit, I deleted the header. I should not have deleted the header. Where can I find the header? I can find the header in YouTube stuff and server.c. I need it. This is the header, this much. Right after this body, this is not the response, this is the header, and content length is not this. This much is the header. This much is the header. Now after this I have to add yep. After this I have to get the length of the number. So body, stir bodies, I already got a stir body. So integer body length equals sterling for stir JSON, right? And not this, but I can, yes, integer is fine. Now I have to create a string which does a few things. Okay, that will be allocated from heap. Right, I will use memory from the heap to generate a response to, yes, I will use the heap to get some memory, and I will add all of this stuff using memcopy char pointer to, I can just use this, make this ito integer to ASCII ATOI nope ATOI nope. I want to convert a number, a literal number, ATOA ITOI, convert int to string in C. There should be a built-in function for that. A built-in function. Shit, that is killing me. Wait, there doesn't seem to be a built-in function for that. Char pointer string enough. I have to take in enough space. You can use spring int f to do it, or maybe spring int f. If you have, I have to give it the string where I want to pop it, and p where the number of characters plus terminating character, and a string can be calculated using this. Convert into integer is C log 10 num plus 1 size of char. Okay, where the number of characters plus the terminating character can, and a string can be calculated using this. Okay, what is the size of a char, which is just 1 byte? That multiply by this thing, which is which is log 10 of number, which will, and I am taking its ceiling, log 10 of number, which will give me the number of digits plus 1 multiply size of char. Yeah, that makes sense. So yes, here I will do char yes char content length this, yes, and how many characters there are, convert into int. What do I convert into int? I need to multiply something with size of char. And what is that something? That something is seal of log 10 for body length. Right. That gives me an array of characters. Now I can put that array spr int f, spr int f. That is something. spr int f, is that a built-in function? not the string but content length. That is a built-in function. SPRintf, what does it do? It takes in a string and a bunch of stuff and does some stuff with that. Okay, and after this, what I will do is I need to concatenate these three strings: header, then the content length, and then comes the thing. Then comes char pointer. Buffer is new line, r, new line, and r. Yes, so I have to concatenate three things. So what I will do is get memory from the heap. So char pointer response equals malloc. Convert this into a char pointer. Char pointer malloc how much? Sterling of request, which should be constant, but this is fine. Sterling of response request, and then yes, these are null terminated. So let me do this. Int header length is Sterling header, and int after header I have to add the number. Content length equals, well, I have already declared content length. Content length, that is amazing. Content length, that is also fine. It is equal to this number. And let's do this. Yep. Int content length equals this, and yeah, header length is equal to header. It's is capital. It should not be. So I can change this header. Yes, and content. I have content length. I have header length. Then I need buffer length, and buffer length is 3. Just no 4. It is 4. And then int body length is, I will not define it here, but yeah. Oh, I already have body length, so that is fine. How much space do I need? I need header length plus content length plus buffer length plus body length. And the spelling is like absolutely wrong. Body length. Len. Make it len. Yep. Wait, why am I using body length here? I should not. It's body length. Body length is the length of the body. Yes, body length is the length of the body, and this is stupid. Wait, and inside make this content length. Yes, and I got a memory in heap. Now I want to do mem copy. Where I want to copy. First I want to copy at response what do I want to copy first? Comes header, and how much of the header do I want to copy? Header length. Yes, header length, and then when you copy this address of response header length, comma, what do I want to copy after header? After header, I want to copy